Step-by-step guide, installing electronic vehicle charging systems in a condo. Is your condo ready for electric vehicles? Maybe it's time for your condominium community to explore EVCS installation options. If so, please take some time to explore the CAO Step-by-Step Guide. May 1, 2018, changes to Ontario Regulation 48/01 under the Condominium Act provided condominium associations with new provisions for obtaining approval to install EVCS near condominium buildings to protect the integrity of the property and the security of the residents. Installation by the corporation. If a condominium corporation wants to install an EVCS, they may or may not do so without an owner's vote. Condominium corporations that follow the process described below are exempt from the Section 97 of the Act. Step 1. Assess the cost of the installation. Assess the corporation's cost for the EVCS installation. Step 2. Determine whether the owners can vote. The board must determine whether it can proceed with the EVCS installation without an owner's vote or if it must allow a vote. Step 3. Send notice to owners. If the condominium corporation plans to proceed with an installation without an owner's vote, the corporation must send a notice to all owners. Step 4. Proceed with installation. Step 5. Send notice to owners. When the owners need to vote, based on the criteria described in Step 2, the corporation must send a notice to all owners containing the appropriate plan details. Step 6. Determine the next steps. Upon receipt of the notice, the owners can requisition a meeting within 60 days to vote. After 60 days have passed since the notice was sent, the corporation can proceed with the installation of the EVCS. Installation by an owner. Ontario Regulation 48/01 describes the process that an owner must follow to apply to their condominium corporation for an installation. Step 1. Creating the application. If an owner wishes to apply to their condominium corporation for an EVCS installation, they must first prepare an application that must be in writing, identify the owner and the owner's address for installation, be signed by the owner submitting the application, and include drawings, specifications, or information relating to the proposed installation. Step 2. Submitting the application. After the owner has created their application, they must send it to their condominium corporation. Step 3. Response from the Board of Directors. Once a condominium corporation receives the owner application, the board must determine that the application is complete and meets the requirements listed in Steps 1 and 2 above. Step 4. The agreement for EVCS installation. If the board accepts the EVS installation request, the condominium corporation and owner must enter into an agreement within 90 days. What if the board accepts an application? The board must include a statement noting that the proposed installation is acceptable in the proposed manner and location. What if the board rejects an application? The board can only reject an application if it has obtained a report that clearly states that the proposed installation will be contrary to any general or special act, including the Electrical Safety Code, will negatively impact the structural integrity of the property of the corporation, or will impose a serious health and safety risk to residents or the corporation. The board must include a copy of the report upon rejection. Who pays for the installation? Unless otherwise agreed upon, the owner must pay for the EVCS installation, whether the owner or the condominium corporation carries out the installation. Disagreements, mediation, and arbitration. Any disagreement between an owner and a condominium corporation related to the EVCS installation must be submitted to private mediation and arbitration within 6 months of receiving the board's response to an application if related to the rejection, or 6 months after the conclusion of the 90-day elapse period if the corporation and owner have not entered into the EVCS installation agreement. If you have not received a response from your EVCS installation application, there is no deadline for submitting your dispute to mediation and arbitration. To read more about the requirements and timelines for installing an EVCS, please review Sections 24.1 to 24.7 of Ontario Regulation 48/01. At My Condo Link, we understand how important a step-by-step guide like the one above is to the community needs in your condominium community. We can help simplify communication and facilitate the process of installing an EVCS in your community without missing a step. Contact us to learn more about our integral solution made for you.